Hello everybody, Kaventia here, but you can call me Cav. As you can see, we are at Invictus Launch Week 2023, Day 3. In about 30 seconds, it's going to change over to AEGIS Day, so we're going to be one of the first people through the doors to check out what's there. Let's get going! The wrong way! This way! Yeah. Let's run in here, run in here, run in here. Yeah. Lobby. It's not ready yet. I guess we wait. Any minute now, it's going to be changing over to AEGIS Day, and we'll be able to go in and check out their ships. AEGIS Dynamic is one of my favorite ships. They have some pretty cool military fighter-y type things, and I look forward to see what's on display this year. Yay! Let's go! Okay, we are one of the first people in here for AEGIS Day. I have no idea what's on display. We've got people spawning in for the first time. What's in here? Okay. Oh, Redeemer. Okay, so let's start off with the Retaliator. So, the Retaliator, often called a Tally, is a massive multi-crew bomber ship, and it has a number of turrets that you can get in. Looks like you sit upside down in this one, which must be a little disorientating on planet side and stuff. Elevator. It has a number of size 9 torpedoes. So I think the smaller ones are called missiles and the larger ones are called torpedoes. And as soon as you get in here, you get a sense of being in like a pretty industrial, heavy-duty, you know, vacuum-sealed airlock type place. And these are the torpedoes I'm talking about. Look at these. Absolutely massive. This is what I mean about it giving me submarine vibes. Looks like they've got their components on display as well. That's cool. It means you can potentially pull them out. There's a rear-facing turret here. Let's keep marching our way through to the front. So we've got 2 here. We had, what, 4 in the middle? Yeah, 4 there. So it's got at least 6. At least 6 torpedoes. And somewhere up here, eventually we're going to find the cockpit. It's quite a long ship. It's kind of cool. Visibility in here is not all that great, but it is a pretty wicked looking ship. So this room you see me in now is the torpedo room for the Retaliator bomber. But the idea is that this was supposed to be a modular ship, so this room can be swapped out for a variety of other rooms, including a cargo module. And the version of this that has the modular sections that you can swap out is called the Retaliator Base. I'm not sure if it's going to be available for this event, but I certainly hope it is. Is this the way out? Hooray! Escape! Now this big beastie here is the Aegis Hammerhead. This is known as a corvette ship, and it's got, I think, is it 6? At least 6 turrets on it. So you'd need 7 people to fully man this. And these turrets are no joke, some of the most powerful turrets in the game right now, and you can deal some serious damage. And these turrets have amazing visibility and maneuverability, so you can hit targets all over the place. Hello, glitchy man. You can get a real sense of scale for the size of this ship if I zoom out a little bit. So this is the Aegis Redeemer. This is the gunship of gunships. You've got a little bit of cargo storage here on the left-hand side. You can squeeze two 1SU boxes or 2 SU boxes in this space without it jiggling around and causing damage to your ship. 4 bunks for all of your crew. Down here, one of the only ships that it's got implemented a little bit of food in here, so I can help myself to a little drink free from the show, thanks to the amenities that come with the Aegis Redeemer. Not all ships have this. This is just one of the benefits of this being a much newer ship, a more recently created ship. I think I just climbed through a hatch, but I guess it's open now. Inside, I never worked out what these things are. They look kind of cool, and from the outside, can you see outside? From the outside, they're these little circular things that are on the outside of the ship. No idea what they are. Are they mini radar dishes? If anyone knows what these are, please let me know in the comments below, because I haven't got a clue. While we're on the outside, you can see that the side profile of the ship is pretty skinny, but these side thrusters, as you can see, they're in 2 sections and they open up, and in between that slit is where most of the thrust comes from, so it opens up like a giant reverse-facing crab claw. And as you can see, this has got some pretty chunky turrets on it itself. I'm guessing that the ones on the Hammerhead are size 4, because these are very definitely size 5 Gatling guns, and you have an absolutely insane amount of ammo in these, and they're an awful lot of fun. So here's the pilot seat. Not the best view in the world, as you can see, a few struts in there and things in the way, but this ship is all about the defense. They've got a few drop seats here, so you can bring your well-armed and well-equipped crew in here, and apparently the gun rack doesn't open. I guess that's because it's not my ship, maybe. And this, I think, is where all of the gigantic components are housed. I'm going to open up all of these because this is one of the only kind of gold standard ships we have that have got all of their components in, and as you can see, it's got some pretty beefy components in this ship. This ship means business, and as well as having a pretty decent health pool for the actual hull, it also has some of the chunkiest shields out of any ships right now. Love these guns. They are absolutely wonderful. Size 5 ballistic Gatlings by Bering. Nice. You can actually strap these onto a 600i. Not that you can, you know, turn your nose to target things very easily, but it means the 600i can have pretty amazing damage potential. Okay, next, let's hop down here and see what's around. Oh no. Oh, don't get me started on this ship. Oh no. This is the Nautilus. So I have a bit of a beef with this ship, Aegis Nautilus. So the idea of this is it's supposed to be a mine layer and a mine sweeper as well. The problem is that works great when you're working in 2D, but as soon as you're working in 3 dimensions, mines just aren't that good, because I think I might have to make a video about it, because many people seem to misunderstand the maths of how this works, and quite frankly, this is going to be a challenging ship to use, and I don't know how they're going to solve the mine problem, because there is a mine problem, and anyone... What are you doing up there? And anyone who says there isn't a mine problem clearly doesn't understand the severity of the issue. Oh, this is the Vulcan. I forgot Aegis did the Vulcan. So this ship's been in concept for a long time, and this is a repair, rearm, and maybe refuel. Excuse see. Munition, quantum fuel, yeah. So yeah, repair, rearm, and refuel ship. I think it's also supposed to have drones, so I don't know if this can like be close to the battlefield and you can go send the drones out to repair or something. It's a cool concept. Look forward to seeing it in action. Oh wow, that's a lot of people right there. Is this a photo op or? Nah, I think they're all just NPCs. Now this is the Vanguard, Saber and Gladius part of the hall. So the Vanguards are these pretty chunky ships. The Harbinger I haven't been in yet, but I believe that on top of there you can see that it's got these rocket pods. I think also you could swap these out and have size 3 weapons for the turret gunner. Pretty cool. I think this one also has some of the largest missiles. You can see that... Oh, let's have a look inside. The Vanguard doors are a little bit awkward to open. They haven't been given a button yet, sadly, so... Okay. So this is looking... Yeah, so I believe that this has something like size 5 torpedoes. I think size 5 is maybe the smallest size where a missile becomes a torpedo. So don't know how many it's got, but pretty chunky, pretty funky. The Vanguard series are very tough ships, and unlike many of the other ships, if they end up losing a wing and they're in space, they don't really lose any of their firepower or much of their maneuverability, because as you can see, all of their weapons are mounted on the nose. Also, these nose weapons here are technically, I think, size 1, but they're more like size 1.5. They do a considerable amount of damage and more than normal size 1 weapons. And this is a gimbaled size 4 as standard, and I believe that you can swap it out for a fixed size 5. So you can have some very, very silly big guns hanging off the front of this. And this is the dropship version, so you've got 6 seats here and a weapon rack on the side. Nice, nice. This here is the Vanguard Sentinel. Not a big fan of the paint scheme that comes on this as standard, but it looks great with the solar winds or basically any other paint. However, this is kind of unique out of the Vanguard series. It houses a number of computer banks, and its intention for the design is that it's going to be like an e-warfare ship, electronic warfare, so that you can potentially do data running in this, or a very small amount of data running in this, but this may also help you combat against other ships. Maybe it's going to have some extra sensors. That gameplay's not really in place right now. I will show you a kind of cool feature of these ships that I think not many people know, and that is that it's got this hidden storage compartment down here. Let's keep our little secret. So this is their long-range military operation ship with significantly more quantum fuel, so that they can battle all the way off in the distant front lines of where warfare happens, or something to that effect. Not really use this one. And I do just want to mention one more thing, which is the Sentinel, which is my favourite, is also slightly more maneuverable than pretty much all of the rest. Oh my goodness, I can rent from this far away. Look at that. Awesome. Oh, we got some sabers. Now, I have never flown the saber, so I am totally going to get one to fly. Do we want blue with kind of futuristic camo, or do we want the classic red? I think we got to go red. I mean, I could rent both, but yeah. So the Saber is a stealth fighter. Unfortunately, they ended up removing an extra light shield from this ship, but I believe that it has a lot of potential. I think it's got 4 size 3 weapons as standard, which is pretty decent firepower, but due to the stealth mechanic not really being in the game right now, or rather being a little underloved, unfortunately... Is that guy okay? Unfortunately, it's not really a meta fighter right now. And last, but by no means least, we have the AEGIS Dynamics Gladius. Is one of the top tier light fighters. An incredible ship with incredible dogfighting potential. It's got 3 size 3s and is by far one of the most maneuverable ships in the game right now. This is the AEGIS Gladius Valiant variant, which I think has a slightly different paint. I believe in lore it's supposed to have slightly better thrusters and things like that. However, as far as I'm aware, it's pretty much the same as the Gladius. But that's by no means a bad thing, and it is a wonderful dogfighting ship. I would recommend this ship to anyone who wants to get into dogfighting. It's equipped with a number of missiles as well, and I'm going to rent one because it's awesome. That's it for this room. I believe there is one more. So as I mentioned last time I was here, there are a number of components on display. I don't think you can rent them, right? No, you can buy them. Pew pew pew. Oh, it's probably worth mentioning that this is the F8 Lightning. Absolutely amazing ship with phenomenal firepower. Unfortunately, it's not available to buy in-game right now. Rumour has it that you may need to progress through the story mode of Squadron 42, which is the single-player version of Star Citizen, in order to be able to unlock this ship. Now, whether or not that's unlock the ability to buy this ship, or whether you can get this ship in Persistent Universe after completing Squadron 42, I have no idea. I believe you might be able to steal one of these, which I haven't tried yet, but I'm very excited to. The final room, and we have the Eclipse in the middle, surrounded by a bunch of Titans. Unlike in EVE Online, Titan does not mean big ship. It's actually a pretty small ship. This is a kind of top tier starter ship, or potentially one of the first ships that you could upgrade to after you start playing the game. Titan Renegade. So this is a variant of the Titan with nice paint and potentially better components loaded in as standard. This one here is the Avenger Stalker. Okay, and so the Stalker is a dedicated bounty hunting ship, and so as you can see, you've got effectively 6 cryopods on this thing where you can store your bounty targets in order to bring them to justice. Okay, 2 more. So this one is the Warlock. So I believe this is one of those e-warfare ships again. And I believe that this has an EMP. Oh my goodness, that's spinny. Oh wow. I kind of want this ship just to show this to people. Oh, can you can't even get in. This is the whole thing. So this is, I believe, like, this is an EMP ship. It might be one of the most powerful EMP ships. Spinny. Quite like that. Quite cool. So you can still get in from the front, but you've kind of given up all of your cargo access in order to have EMP. And then this is the classic, this is the starter, this is the Titan. So one of the nice features about all of the Titans is that you can enter the pilot seat directly from the side of the ship. However, yeah, especially in the Titan, you have a decent amount of storage in the rear. You can stick a whole bunch of boxes in here. You could even stick some of the smaller ground vehicles like the hover bikes. You've got your own bed, so you can bed log in here, and this takes you up to the pilot seat, which I believe comes towards you to greet you, spins around, looks pretty comfy. Now the final feature for the Titans is they have an absolutely amazing view out from the cockpit with only a very small console blocking your way. Okay, then just one ship left. I kind of love this ship, but I'm really not very good at using it. So this is the Aegis Eclipse, and this is a stealth bomber, and my goodness, it's beautiful. I don't know about you, but I think this is one of the most beautiful ships. Despite the size of it, there is no internal space. All you get is the cockpit, and it is a pretty incredible view from in there, although visibility is not so good. I really enjoy the gameplay of the Eclipse. You're kind of cocooned in here, surrounded by all of your instrumentation. It really gives the impression of it actually being an aircraft, unlike many of the other ships. This is a wonderful ship. It has 3 size 9 torpedoes, and if those are gone, your ship is pretty useless if you find yourself in a dogfighting scenario. However, those size 9 torpedoes are strong enough to blow up that gigantic hammerhead we saw at the start. So that's it for Aegis Day. I am going to rent myself one of these big badass gunships that I can play with over the next few days. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time. Peace out, Cav. Bye. So cool. We're pulling into the Invictus launch week. We're pulling into the Invictus launch week, day 3. In about 1 minute, it'll be changing over to Anvil Day. Aegis Day. Aegis Day. In any minute now. Any minute now. How about now? Come on.